Engagement patterns in sport refers to which groups within society take part in more sport and exercise, and also the trends in the certain sports that different groups play. There are 5 groups that we're particularly concerned with, and they are gender, age, family and friends, race, religion and culture, and disability. Each of these factors can influence how much sport we take part in. In terms of gender, there are stereotypes towards certain sports where people, and particularly the media, label them as more for males or more for females. This means that females can be pushed towards specific sports such as dance or gymnastics or netball, whereas males might be pushed towards sports such as boxing or rugby. This is beginning to change as the media report on more female sport and more often, such as women's football and women's rugby. However, overall, the amount of males taking part and watching sport is still a lot higher in comparison to females. Many people perceive sport as being more suited to younger people, which means older generations only tend to take part in certain sports, such as swimming, tennis, or golf. However, the government are starting to encourage older people to take part in more physical activity. Initiatives such as cheaper gym memberships for pensioners are starting to help with this. Evidence suggests that people tend to participate in the same sports as their family and friends. Family members are seen as role models and inspire us to take part in sport. Think about when you first took part in sport as a child. It is likely that your parents encouraged you to give it a go. The socio-economic status of your family will also influence the sports that you take part in. Socio-economic status refers to how rich or poor somebody is. Affluent people and families are more likely to take part in expensive sports such as golf or tennis, whereas poorer families may have to choose sports which do not require expensive equipment or memberships, such as football or running. However, wide-ranging PE curriculums within school help pupils to experience a whole range of different sports, meaning that pupils are influenced by their teachers and school, as well as their friends and family. A lot of stereotyping still exists where people are pushed towards certain sports due to their ethnic or cultural background. Such stereotypes include Indians being good cricketers, Black people being good sprinters, and white people being good swimmers. Role models who are highlighted in the media can help to put a stop to such stereotypes being made. For example, tennis is a sport dominated by white players in terms of the number of elite professionals. However, successful Black players such as Serena Williams are role models and can encourage more people from all ethnic groups to take part in tennis. Proportionally, less people with a disability take part in sport in comparison to the wider population. This can be due to a lack of opportunities due to required facilities not being available, a lack of confidence, or a lack of money or funding. Nowadays, the Paralympics gets lots of media attention, and this encourages more disabled people to take part in sport. However, this event is only once every 4 years, and more needs to be done in order to improve in participation amongst disability groups. You could get asked an exam question on any of the 5 factors affecting participation. The question here shows some possible answers on the topic of gender. So the question is, analyse how barriers preventing females from taking part in sport are being overcome in society. If this was a 3-mark question, you could answer by using one row from a table. So first of all, you would need to give a point outlining a barrier for females. So we could say that in sport, there is a gender pay gap which stops females pursuing careers in sport. You then need to explain this or give an example, and we can use the sport of football as an example, whereby male professionals get paid a vastly larger sum than females. Our AO3 point then analyses how this is changing in society. So we could use an example from tennis. So in tennis, equal prize money is now given to male and females at Grand Slam events, which could encourage females to pursue a career in sports or in tennis in particular. As part of your revision, make sure that you can list a number of barriers to sport for females, for older people, people from a lower socioeconomic group, people from ethnic minority groups, and people with a disability.